Hey, how's it going, everyone? I am back with another video, and today this is going to be a really important commentary to me. I never have really deep commentaries, um, and normally I'm just commentating when I'm playing a game or something, and you'll see a gameplay in the background. It's just me messing around on Minecraft, because I tried recording this while talking, while playing what you're seeing right now, but I kept repeating myself, and which was I don't know, it just wasn't it lasted. It was a long commentary, and I kept repeating myself, and it just wasn't working out for me. So I am actually just doing a regular commentary, which I don't know if I've ever even done before. And so yeah, we're gonna try it out here. I just want to start off by saying sorry if I am interrupted at all, and yeah, so here we go. So let's see. I actually made a list here for me to talk about so I can kind of stay on topic because I had trouble staying on topic when I was doing this live because nope, sorry, stuff going off on my computer. So I I'm just gonna go ahead and go off this list here. Normally my commentaries aren't scripted. Normally I just talk and talk, but yeah, as I said, I couldn't keep this straight last time I did that. So yeah. So what I'm going to be talking about today is my experience with depression. So if you guys came here to watch a video that's like entertaining, well, this might be entertaining for some people, but like happy and energetic, this isn't going to be a video for you. Normally I try to keep it as entertaining as possible, but I'm just doing a real talk here today. So yeah, sorry about that if that's why you came here. But if you do want to learn about depression, or if you know somebody with depression, or you have depression yourself, um, I would stop it. Sorry, I would definitely recommend listening to this video because I'm kind of talking about my experience and what I've seen with people with depression and all of that good stuff. So here we go. So I'm just going to start off with a little bit about myself. I'm going to talk about my high school life, which I graduated high school in 2011. So it's my third year in college. I'm a junior, just going to a community college, trying to get into the nursing program at my community college. So yeah, I'm just going to talk a little bit about my high school life. So in high school, um, 9th through 12th grade, I did pretty well on my schoolwork. I took a bunch of community college credit classes. So going into college, I had 86 credits, which is 4 credits away from technically being a junior. And then right now, I'm still only a junior because I ended up changing my major. So technically, I just call myself a junior, and I don't know why it keeps doing this to me. Okay, sorry. My laptop keeps going off, but hopefully that fixed it. So yeah, going into college, I had 86 credits, which is a lot. It's kind of crazy. I almost got my associate's degree in high school, which I could have done, but I wasn't able to take a class that prevented me from trying to pursue that, but that's okay. And then right now I'm just taking general classes to get into the nursing program. So yeah, high school I did pretty well with all my classes. I ended up graduating with a 3.7 GPA, which is above a B. It's like a B, high B, low B plus average, which isn't terrible. Wait, is it? Oh, I don't know. Low A, I don't know. I don't even remember. A mid B. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I graduated with the 3.7, which I was pretty proud about. Um, and I was an athlete all 4 years of high school. I was a swimmer, and I swam all 4 years varsity. My junior year, I made it to state. I live in Oregon, so I made it to my Oregon State swimming competition, and I ended up getting knocked out before the finals, but that's okay. Just making it there was a good goal because that was the first time I had made it. And then my senior year, I made it into state again, and I ended up getting seventh place in state in the 100 butterfly. And how swimming works is there are two heats in the finals. There's a finals and a consolation finals, and I was in the consolation finals and I actually won that. So the top six were in the finals, and the next six, the top 12 were in the consoles, and I was in consoles, and I ended up winning that and got seventh place. So I was really proud of myself with that, because I had only been swimming. It was my fifth year swimming, which seems like a long time, but a lot of swimmers swim for a lot of their lives, swim since they're like in middle school or even in like elementary school, and I had just started right at the end of middle school. So I was pretty proud about that. And then towards the end of my senior year, right before summer started, I ended up quitting swimming, which I don't know. I don't know if I should have done that because I haven't been quite as fit since. I've gained a lot of weight, which is part of why I have some problems with myself now. Um, I'm not as happy as I am with my body because I was really fit and strong when I was swimming, and then now I've gained a lot of weight since I quit swimming, which has probably contributed to the fact that I have depression. But um, I'll talk about that a little bit more later on. So yeah, I ended up quitting because I wasn't sure if I was going to be swimming in college, and I wanted to spend more time during the summer working and with my girlfriend. So I ended up doing that, quitting swimming. You know, a lot of people were sad about it, but it was my decision. I wanted to do it, and so I did it. And then I went to college, fall of 2011, down in a university, a pretty big university. It's a pretty big party school and really good like football team and all of that. And I don't know. So my experiences were that I didn't really have very many close friends down in Eugene. I just said where I was. Eugene, Oregon. University of Oregon is where I went. I didn't have very many close friends because it was a party school, and my girlfriend and I, we don't really party. I think we only went to like one party, and we weren't even there for that long because people were getting really drunk and high and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, we don't party. I don't drink. My girlfriend and I don't drink, and we don't do drugs or anything. So it was just really hard to kind of be social down where we were living because that was the thing to do. Go drink and then just have fun. But my girlfriend and I, what we did for fun was just like hang out in our dorm room or in our apartment, and we would just like watch shows and play video games and whatever. And so, yeah, that was kind of tough. And then my second year of college, um, I ended up moving into an apartment with my girlfriend, because she was going to live alone and I was going to live alone or find somebody to live with. But then she ended up not being able to find anybody to live with, so we ended up moving into an apartment with each other. And that was a good thing. It was a good experience. Like we never fought or anything. We did pretty well living together. But I think it kind of developed a dependence, and so it kind of made it tough for us to not live with each other, because we had lived with each other for what, like 6 months or something like that. Um, and then towards the end of the period of us living together, my girlfriend ended up, it was the second term of college, and my girlfriend ended up going home about halfway through the term because she was having really bad depression problems because we were always in the house, always staying up really late and just watching TV and skipping classes. And it was really tough on her because she didn't feel like she was doing very much, and it really stressed her out to be. We were like about 2 hours away from home, and she was not having a good time. She was really depressed. We both were in like sleeping all the time or awake all the time and not going to class, which was really hard. And that she ended up moving home, so I had to live in the apartment by myself for about a month and a half, which it wasn't too terrible. I don't know. I don't think it affected me too much. I'm pretty good with solitude, just being by myself. I've always kind of been that way. I've been fine with just being by myself because I can kind of just entertain myself, play video games, watch YouTube, whatever. And I've never had a problem with being alone. Sometimes I like being alone, and it's just nice and relaxing. I don't know. I'm not a very social person, which I'm trying to work on that. That was part of the problem I ended up becoming depressed, I think, is because I wasn't ever very good socially. But now the job I'm working at, makes it so I have to be in situations where I talk to people, and it's been good. I've been doing really well with it. I've been talking to guests. I work at a hotel, so I've been talking to guests, like conversating, and it's just really good for my self-esteem knowing that I'm able to be social, and I'm sure it's helping me out a lot. But that's besides the point. We're continuing with the story here. Don't want to get too far off topic. So yeah, I wasn't I wasn't ever really motivated to go to classes starting in college because it's really tough for a lot of people that are going into college that just got out of high school because they feel like classes aren't very important because they can skip whenever they wanted. They don't have to go to class, and that was the problem I was dealing with. I felt it hard to be motivated to go to class, even though I was always a good student in high school and I always cared about my grades and my parents always cared about my grades, which might have been a part of the problem. I needed to self-motivate myself because I didn't have my parents with me anymore. Um, but yeah, my grades started to drop. I was getting like C's the first term, and then I think started failing some classes or getting D's. Throughout my first year and my second year. So I was skipping a lot of classes. I was staying awake, especially in the apartment I moved into with my girlfriend. We would stay awake, be awake for about like a whole day or so. We would be up for maybe like 24 to 36 hours at a time, which is looking back at it seems really crazy, and I don't know how we did it. We're young. We're both only 20 years old. We were 19 at the time. It's just really crazy to think about it, because we would stay up for probably an average of 24 to 30 hours, and then we would just sleep for 12 to 20 hours, and it was crazy. We didn't even The thing that we used to stay awake was just caffeine, just soda. And we used soda to stay up and hang out and watch TV and we didn't do much even though we were staying up so much. We just watched a lot of TV shows and just hung out and watched like Netflix and all of that. So yeah, we were staying up a lot and skipping a lot of classes, which was really bad for both of us because then that affected our grades, and I think that's why we were sleeping so much because we were so tired all the time because we just weren't taking care of ourselves. And that's one thing you really should do. And looking back at it, I know it probably affected my health a lot, even though I've checked like my blood pressure and all of my blood pressure levels and all of the cholesterol levels and all of that with my doctor, and they're all healthy. He said I was really healthy, which was good. I don't understand how because I haven't been quite as active as I was in high school, but I'm gonna try to start. I need to start getting active again, maybe running, and I keep saying that, but I am having a hard time starting it, so I just need to start it. So yeah, after my girlfriend moved home, I was I was in the apartment by myself and I was texting her and I was crying for some reason. I don't even know why. I think I was watching a TV show and I started crying for some dumb reason. Um, and my girlfriend was like, "What's wrong?" And I just told her I was watching this and then it's just really touched me and blah blah blah. And she's like, "Oh, do you want to talk about it?" I was like, "No, it's fine." And then she asked me why I didn't want to talk about it. And then what made her realized that I most likely had depression was that I told her that I like to feel sad. And she said, "You like to feel sad?" And I said, "Yeah, I like to feel sad sometimes. It's just, I don't know, it's just a good feeling." And then she said, "Oh, that's not good." And I asked her why. I didn't understand why liking being sad was such a big deal. And then she said, "Because since you like being sad, it means that you probably have depression because you haven't really been showing very much emotion, and we've been going through this for a while. A problem that we had with each other was that I when we first started going out with each other, when we first started dating, our senior year of high school, I was very open with her. I would always talk to her, always try to get her to talk to me. But then as we started going through college, I wasn't as open with her, and I didn't really share my feelings because I didn't really feel like I had many feelings to share with, which was why she thought that I had depression because I was kind of numb in a sense. And that was what was my problem. I was numb, I was not motivated, I was sleeping all the time, I was skipping classes, and it was just a whole bad situation. So ended up talking to a counselor before I had decided that I was going to move home after that term anyways. So I went and I talked to a counselor, and then I ended up talking to my mom. Actually, yeah, I ended up talking to my mom before that. My girlfriend told me right when she realized that I had depression to call my mom and talk to her. So I called her, talked to her. She was really supportive. She understood. And then I ended up just talking to her about it, and I've known this for a while, but she actually has depression too. Um, she has it pretty contained though. My freshman year is when she actually started experiencing symptoms of depression. She What affected her a lot my freshman year was both of my great grandmas died, so both of her grandmas died. But within like 6 months of each other. So right at the beginning of my freshman year, my one of my grandmas died, and she was the grandma that everybody loved. She was just a really good person to be around. She was like the life of the party. um, and then within like 4 to 6 months later, my other grandma died, and it just really took an effect on her because she was really close to both of her grandmas, and it she ended up going into a depressive state. I never really noticed it. I wasn't ever very observant. I don't know. And she never really talked to me about it until one day I found her depression medicine, and well, she was taking it, and I asked her what that was for, and she started talking to me about depression. And I don't know, she didn't understand why she had depression because she never really felt like she had a reason to be depressed, and which is why I think it happens with quite a lot of people. And so yeah, that was that. Then I've also learned I was a biology major, so I also have learned that depression can be genetic. And so maybe that might be partially why I have depression, but also just because my lack of exercise probably reduced my hormones. And I ended up talking to some therapists about it, and they recommended that I started taking an antidepressant, not so much that I feel better, but just so I'm more motivated. Um, and then feeling better was just kind of an effect that might come by. Um, so I ended up moving home and started talking to my regular doctor and to another therapist at home, and they recommended that I take Zoloft, which is, well, a generic form of Zoloft, which is a depression medicine. And I started taking that, and I was taking about 50 milligrams at first, which is just an introduction dose. It wasn't supposed to affect me too much. And then after I think about a week or so of that, I bumped it up to 75 milligrams. That's when I started to notice an effect. I had woken up one afternoon because I work 11 to 7, so I woke up maybe around like 5 in the afternoon. Um, I guess it would be night at that time, which you might say, why are you waking up at 5 o'clock? Well, when you get to bed at like 8 o'clock in the morning, you know, waking up at 5 o'clock is a 9 hour sleep. So it's not just getting a good sleep, you know. And so I ended up waking one day, and my mom and my sister were taking a nap, and they were actually awake, but they were just hanging out in bed. My mom was on her phone, and my sister was watching something on her tablet. And I woke up and I felt great. I felt really good. I was talking to them. I felt happy, which I hadn't felt that happy in a very long time. And so I felt that I was like, okay, well then this medicine I think is working pretty well. And so then I ended up bumping it up to 100 um, milligrams, and ever since then, I haven't had a bad day. Like, I've had headaches, I've woken up with headaches, but I've never been in a terrible mood, which is awesome. I've been feeling a lot better. So, if you have depression, or you know someone that has depression and they're not taking medicine, you know, I'm not saying that they have to, but it was a good solution for me. I've been feeling a lot better. I've been more motivated. I've been working a lot, and I've been feeling good about myself. And yeah, it's been really helpful. Um, And I'm also going to talk a little bit about my girlfriend. She, as I said, has depression, and both of her parents had depression, which is also why I said that genetic or depression's most likely genetic, because as if you look at a lot of, I don't know, kids your age, I don't know how old you are, but if I was looking at myself and like people that have depression most likely had like a person or a parent or both parents that had depression. You know, sometimes it's not genetic, but my girlfriend has depression and her sister has depression, and it's just a thing that's pretty common. Depression is becoming more and more common. Um, just I don't know. We just don't feel like we're living up to our potential is my theory. But yeah, so I've been working with my girlfriend a lot. She's really happy to see me a lot better, and her mom's really happy to see me a lot better because her mom sees me a lot. I'm always at their house, and she noticed that I was doing a lot better, and she keeps for for about a month after I was feeling a lot better, she kept every time she saw me, she'd say, "Oh, I can just tell you're a lot better. You seem a lot happier. I can see it in your eyes." Yeah, I've been feeling a lot happier, just for no reason really, just happy with myself. And even though I've gained a lot of weight, I'm happy how I am. I would love to lose weight, but um, I am happy about myself and where I am right now. I'm doing better with my classes, doing better with work. I wasn't working for quite some time. So yeah, I've just been a lot happier with myself. And so if you're watching this and you've listened to this whole commentary, it's been about 21 and a half minutes, which is it's pretty long, but I'm still just going to do this in one video so you guys can watch the whole thing in one go. Um, I just want to let you know things can get better if you're depressed, or if you have a friend or a parent that's depressed, or a family member. Just make sure if you're depressed, to be talking to people. That's a main helpful thing to do, is just talk to people that you care about and that care about you. Make sure they know what's going on. Make sure they know that you need help and that they can help you and all of that. And if you know someone that's depressed, make sure they know that you're there for them. Make sure you know that you care about them and that you can help them be better. Because things can get better. I'm proof. I've been a lot better since I started, taking my medicine, and I moved home and started talking to my mom more and my sister. It's just really helpful. And so yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. If you have any questions about depression, or if you have any things that you would like to ask me or to be recommended from me, just go ahead and leave a comment. Or if you don't want things to be shown publicly, go ahead and send me a private message on YouTube. Just let me know. The reason why I decided to make this video was kind of just to share an experience that I've had and to help people out. I really want to help people out with this because it can be fixed. It can be helped. So yeah, just go ahead and leave a comment or a message to me. And I will definitely make sure to respond to you, and I will help you out if you need it. And yeah, I'm actually serious about that. If you think that I'm not going to respond, I will respond to you. I just feel like I can help people, and that this story will hopefully help people. That's why I made this commentary. So yeah, that's about all I had for today. If you watched the whole thing, you're awesome. Thank you. If you didn't watch the whole thing, you're probably not hearing this right now, but thanks for clicking on the video anyways, and I will see you later. Have an awesome day. Hey, how's it going everyone? C/80 back again with another video, and today I'm going to be starting a new series. I'm going to be playing something I like to call Survival Island. So as you see, I'm on a tiny island here. There are a couple of little islands nearby, but those don't really matter. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be, playing a normal survival, but I'm actually, okay, yeah, I'm actually going to be trying to play, like, hardcore style, if that makes sense. Like,